Mr. Tōgō said in his testimony here that I have fought throughout my life for what I thought was right, and now at the end of it I am determined, for the sake of history as well as the purposes of this tribunal, to the best of my ability and recollection, to tell the full truth as it is known to me, neither attempting to evade responsibility which is mine, nor accepting that which others would transfer to me. The tribunal has seen that what Mr. Tōgō thought was right was those principles which general morality approves. It has seen that he has indeed fought for it throughout his life. The tribunal has seen under its very eyes that the fight continues. Here is obviously a man who has made enemies, and by those enemies he may be known. His enemies are the militarists. And why not? For he is, as Admiral Suzuki said, simply but expressively, a man known to have opposed war. That has been his life's work, until by the irony of circumstances, he's come to be cast into the same dock with those against whom he has fought. A defense counsel once, in cross-examining Mr. Tōgō, suggested that his testimony verged on the incredible when it showed that he had won a point over so powerful an autocrat as the chief of the Naval General Staff. He forgot even a brigand can be controlled by force of character. As my last word, I want to suggest to the tribunal that that is the clue to the case of Tōgō Shigenori. We can say that he was, certainly not the only such, but one of few men of character and principle shown by evidence here to have occupied important office in Japan. We can say, specifically apropos of the Pacific War, which is his case, that he was the only man in office in Japan in the days leading to Armageddon who insisted on moderation of Japanese terms to bring the Japanese-American negotiations to success, who insisted that even if negotiation failed, war need not follow, who insisted that if war must come, even in self-defense, it must be commenced in the open and above-board way. He was, we can say, the only man in office in Japan who insisted during the war on pursuing an equitable and moderate East Asiatic policy. We can say that he was the man in office in Japan who not only insisted from its first day on ending the war, but made the necessary desperate and courageous effort which resulted in ending it. Can we not say on the evidence that he was the only man in office in Japan who from 1928 to 1945 consistently and stubbornly insisted on sincere observance of international good faith and morality, fought aggression and militarism? What shall be his reward? Have you got the next one? Has it been distributed? Introductory. Section 1. General Umezu Yoshijiro has been a soldier throughout life. If he has been a soldier, and nothing more, carrying out the duties of a soldier's profession, an honorable profession, if we may judge from the fact of two representatives of it being on the bench of this tribunal, if he trained himself to defend his country, carried out his orders faithfully and honorably, and never passed the bounds of a soldier's duty to meddle with the making of the policies of his country or to promote aggression against another, he must be adjudged not only an innocent man, but one deserving of praise. If he has been a soldier and nothing more, there is no reason for him to have spent 2 years of his life here in this dock. By the prosecution's own test, as stated by them after due consideration in their summation, we propose to demonstrate that General Umezu has earned this character. The prosecution put it this way: no man has been charged with either crimes against peace or conventional war crimes and crimes against humanity, unless he is in some way responsible for the aggressive policy followed by Japan which gave rise to those crimes. No man has been charged in this proceeding because of any act committed or any statement made by him in the course of his official duties, pursuant to an already established policy. Those matters were his only connection with that aggressive policy.